Hello everyone and welcome to NYC Derailed's live video. We are doing Streamlined steam engines today. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to go over history a little bit of the engines as they run. We have a total of 6 engines to show you guys. We are starting off with the Dreyfus Hudson in the very front track closest to the camera. One of the most well-known streamlined engines for the New York Central Railroad. Immediately behind it, it's really hard to see because of the roof of the station, is the Empire State Express, also New York Central Railroad, which just came later.
Yes.
And then on the farthest track, you can see the front of it in the top right camera, is the Milwaukee Railroad Hiawatha. So we're going to get started with the Hiawatha and send it off, and as these get going, we'll tell you guys a little bit more about the history. Almost. When you slide it with the traction tires, look at the traction tires off the track like this. It's only one side that has traction tires, and it's there again.
So I'm actually super excited about this theme. I love streamlined trains. When I think of why I got into model railroading, I think of the Hiawatha, the New York Centrals, the J classes, Chesapeake and Ohio's. At such an important era, streamlining became so prominent in the 1930s to 1950s, and it really incorporated that iconic Art Deco style. The curved lines, long horizontal lines. It almost makes you think of the iconic Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. They definitely have very similar styles. It's reminiscent of the streamlined, modern trend. The Hiawatha was actually the second streamlined train, second to the Vanderbilt Hudson. Back in 1934.
I love the end car in the Hiawatha.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, that dome.
So right now we're running it with 3 just standard Milwaukee cars, and we don't have the whole Hiawatha set. We want to start kind of piecing the whole set together. We did find that end car at a train show last weekend, and are really glad that we found it, because it looks awesome, and it kind of works with the other cars.
It's actually funny, I didn't notice that the first 3 of our engines running for this stream are River Rossi.
So if you guys have seen our Instagram or any other videos, we started out getting trains, and most of them were River Rossi. And we really love it. It's an older brand, but they run pretty well. We've done a lot of DCC conversions on them, so they don't have sockets or anything because they're older, but we really like River Rossi. They may not be the most detailed compared to today's standards, but they're definitely nice trains and good runners.
I heard they're making a comeback, or they were acquired by Hornby.
I think Hornby has their molds, or tooling or whatever, so I think Hornby may be producing some River Rossi engines.
Yeah, I believe they're releasing a big boy pretty soon.
Stop the Dreyfus, and then we'll get the Empire State Express one next. I don't remember what number it is.
3.
6 maybe? Oh, right, 3. Oops, guys. Yeah, do you want to take over control of the Hiawatha?
I'm gonna have it pull in.
No, I mean take over control, because I can only control the train at a time. Okay. Oh, these cars do not like this switch. I have a little bit of derailment here. 1 second.
Our Hiawatha's been a little bit camera shy today. It's beginning to say.
That's doing okay, actually. Yeah, if you want to control the Hiawatha, it is... actually, let's leave the Hiawatha parked for now. You can keep doing the Dreyfus. What did I say? 3. There we go, okay.
Awesome.
Leave that guy running, I'll move the Hiawatha out of the way. Oh, you want to just push that Hiawatha car up a tad? There we go. So you're going to see the Empire State Express running by on the back track here. We just recently got this engine on eBay. I've been looking for it for a while. It is a beautiful River Rossi engine. It is all plastic, but the paint they use really does make it look like shiny stainless steel. Here we go. Do you have any history on the Empire State Express?
Yeah, definitely. They are definitely iconic Streamlined trains. New York Central actually did an amazing job of advertising these trains as luxury liners. Back in 1941, they actually converted 10 J-Class Hudsons into this streamlined look. The first of them being the 20th Century Limited that just passed by here. They were developed by Henry Dreyfus, and a little funny history, 50% of the original 10 Streamliners had spoke drivers, and the other 50% had disc drivers, as you can see on our Empire State Express. Now, the 20th Century Limited actually traveled from New York all the way to Chicago. Oh, that goes wrong.
It really is a beautiful engine.
It's stunning.
This one runs great. So we think that this River Rossi Empire State Express. Hold on, sorry, we've got really thick flanges, so we make a lot of noise on the track. Anyway, we got this. This is definitely an older River Rossi model, but we do think that it was never run. Definitely feels like a newer engine. I keep forgetting to turn the switch over here so things keep gearing. Uh-oh. And I thought it was working so well, too. Yeah, I'm probably going to take the Hiawatha out of commission. It's I have a few issues running around. We'll see how it does this time. The other ones are running pretty well, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the Dreyfus is still my favorite. I know it's all gray and not that exciting, but
I think it's a New York radio.
here, let's just pull it out. Alright, so the Hiawatha's done. But it gave us a good show. Alright, so we're going to work on adding a new train to the mix here. Let's give us one moment. And J-Class next?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll leave those two running for you and I'll get the J-Class set up. So the next engine we're getting ready to show is a Bachmann Spectrum Pennsylvania Railroad J-Class. We really do like this engine. We had a few issues with it on some of our previous radiuses, which I thought were pretty forgiving, but unfortunately the wheel kind of bound up, so we'll see if it runs better. We made some modifications to the railroad to do better curves, so we'll see. It's got to get its coaches ready, and then you guys will be able to see it running around.
So a little heartbreaking history, as beautiful as and iconic as the Dreyfus engines were. Once they were decommissioned, they were gutted for parts, and we have no survivors. We'll never be able to see this in person, so luckily we have our lovely model engines and photos to picture what it was like to ride one of these luxury liners.
Yeah, I feel like I'm afraid to say this, but I feel like Europe does a better job. I mean, they have their share of engines that people wish they had preserved and didn't. But I feel like in the UK there's a lot more like train museums with more well-preserved trains.
Well, isn't it with the train museum that we actually went by near Lancaster?
I think it was just Strasbourg.
Strasbourg, yes. I believe they recently acquired a J-Class engine that you can now ride along in.
Yeah, a few years ago I saw a video of them moving it to the railroad. I don't know if it's permanent there or if it's something that is a temporary installation.
Well, I hope so. I wouldn't mind riding a J-Class.
Oh, you know what? The dome car doesn't fit in.
What, did you want to slow down the Dreyfus?
Empire State Express, you mean? I don't have control of that. You do. I was doing the Empire State Express. I'm not going to run the dome car because it doesn't match. Alright, sorry guys, just 1 second, we'll almost got this up and running. Alright. Now comes the phone where we're trying to figure out what this number this is. Oh shoot, that was, oh, wait, was it? Alright, you want to get those going again? I have to figure out what number this is. Something spooky. Oh, this. Okay, so having problems with that pump. What's going on? Oh, something's shorting.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it's on. Alright, so now we've got the J-Class coming in. It's a pretty big engine. So again, this is the Bachmann Spectrum. Stop it right there so you guys can see a good view of the engine.
So that's a J-Class, part of the Norfolk and Western lines. Originally manufactured around 1941, and they were very popularized for pulling the Powhatan Arrow, Pocahontas, and Cavalier passenger trains. And this train actually ran from Norfolk, Virginia, all the way to Cincinnati, Ohio.
Alright, let's see how this handles these curves.
There you go.
Not well. Is it on?
Yes.
Oh, we made it on the fastest there. Alright, and we are going to take the Empire State Express sadly out of service. We're going to put in another train. This is a newer model we got from Broadway Limited. It is a great model. And you will see the cars do not match. But right now it's the cars we have that look best with it, so we're going to run it. So we're going to be running the Milwaukee Railroad. What is it again? Or Chesapeake and Ohio.
Chesapeake and Ohio.
Streamlined engine. You'll see it come into view in a second. Why don't you take this one? I don't know what it is. Right? Okay. It's 3. So this is, like I said, this is a Broadway Limited model we got recently. Very nice. It's a brass hybrid. And it's going to be pulling the New York Central, New York State Express coaches behind it because they look great. Even though it's not the prototypical. Do you have any history on do you have any history on Milwaukee?
What?
I mean, I think we're gonna have to take this out. If not, that back truck is always a problem.
I'm just gonna run that next. Unfortunately, I mentioned the back truck on this Stockman, for some reason it's in jump, it's supposed to run over it. So I'm gonna give you guys one good last look at the
Norfolk and Western J-Class.
And I'm going to swap it out for the Pennsylvania Cape 4.
Folks, I don't know if you know this, it kind of caught me off guard. What the Chesapeake and the Chessie is named after, it is named after their iconic mascot, Chessie the Cat. It still drives me crazy. This entire time I wondered if there was a city out there named Chesapeake. This is a streamlined engine, dates back to 1947, part of the Chessie Streamliners. Unfortunately, like most of our streamlined engines, it met its fate in the late 1950s and was retired. This particular engine was retired back in 1953. Sadly, it was stored. It was left out of commission until 1968 in Huntington, West Virginia, before it was donated to the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. So if you want to check it out and you happen to be in the area, do check out this beautiful engine in person.
Alright, so we're going to be parking the Dreyfus Hudson. I already did it too. So this is the last view. You won't be able to see it very well because of the roof again, but I'm going to park this right on the track. It ran pretty well. There we go. Beautiful. Can you switch that back? And then when you get the K4 running, you guys will see how that comes around. This is such a nice little engine. Alright. Both these engines have sound, so it'll make it a little bit loud in here, so excuse that. So this K4 is another Bachmann model. That's one of the more recent models of this sound forward. They always be small as I've gotten so used to handling like the Hudsons and everything.
Yes.
It's such a little engine, it runs pretty well though. Is there still smoke coming out of there?
No.
I'll add a little bit when it comes around. Just stop it once it gets over here. Alright, so now the K4 is coming out. same coaches that we had with the J class.
Now I'm a sucker for vintage trains, but there's something about the newer, sound-fitted, smokestack-fitted trains that just take you back to the past.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I don't need to have smoke, but when you have something like the Borgo Limited smoke units that have the puffing animation, it definitely makes it more real. Like some of the older smoke units I could do without. K4 runs great. It makes it a little unreal.
Yeah, platform, I don't know what it is. Alright, so we're going to bring the Chesapeake Highlight around, stop at the station for one last look, and then we're going to end our stream for today. Thank you everybody who watched, and anybody who watches it up on YouTube, it will be saved up there in the lives category. Feel free to like and comment. Any suggestions you guys have are absolutely welcome. And please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you get alerted when we do any live or post any new videos. Also follow us on Instagram, DK Derailed, and on TikTok, NYC Derailed.
be careful when it's falling over